Hey everyone, it's Lisa from the blog Farmhouse on Boone.com, and today I'm doing another What We Eat in a Week video. If you have not yet checked out the full playlist, I share these often where I just cook for the week and take you along with me so you can see what I'm making seasonally and maybe get some new ideas and encourage you in cooking in your own kitchen. If you have not yet grabbed my free ebook, I do offer a 50+ page free ebook with all of my sourdough recipes in one place. You can get that at bit.ly/farmhouse sourdough. I will send it to your inbox within a minute and you can print it off on your own printer. So if you are new to the world of sourdough, that is something that you can grab. Before I dive into my What We Eat in a Week video, I wanted to do a quick unboxing. I just received my best of chicken box from Fed from the Farm. This is the same company that I did a beef unboxing several months ago. I get a lot of my food from them. I actually just got another huge chicken order. But this best of chicken box is an event that goes from June 24th through June 28th, and everything is discounted and it can ship directly to you. So that is really awesome. I have a boneless, skinless breast filet here. I like using these for fajitas and tacos. For chicken drumsticks, I like to cook these with a little bit of coconut oil and salt and pepper and herbs in my oven. Sometimes when they're about halfway through cooking, I will add some barbecue sauce. Chicken wings, of course, they are great if you want to make chicken wings. You could fry them and add some wing sauce. Chicken thighs. These are also great for roasting in the oven, adding barbecue sauce or just salt and pepper and herbs. A lemon butter is really, really good. And they also, again, you would want to reserve the bones to make bone broth. Make sure to visit the link down in the description box below to shop this sale. All right, let's dive into the What We Eat in a Week video. Day one, we did einkorn fried round steaks. Now I have to admit that round steaks are not my favorite cut of meat. My mom makes them so delicious. She cooks them really slow and low, and so they are tender and delicious. I have not figured out how to cook them as delicious grass-fed. Now, her meat usually isn't fully grass-fed, it's grain finished, and it does make a big difference in the final outcome, and I need to learn better how to make round steaks. So this time I decided to fry them in einkorn. And so in one bowl, I scrambled a few eggs together. In another bowl, I mixed einkorn flour with some salt and pepper, and I just dredged the round steaks into the egg mixture and then into the einkorn mixture and then fried them in coconut oil. Now, to make these a little bit more tender, you can, after frying them, put them in the oven for a long time on a low temperature. I ended up cooking them not very long, so they were a little bit tough actually. We were able to enjoy them and eat them, but I would probably recommend doing it a little bit differently next time. On day two, we had a Swiss chard and cilantro quiche. I like to cook things that are seasonally available, and right now, Swiss chard is at the farmer's market, it's in our garden, it's available. Same with fresh herbs. We have a lot of cilantro right now, and soon it will be bolting. So in order to keep it from bolting, I cut some off the top and we use that in a quiche. I made this one a crustless quiche. A lot of times I do the einkorn pie crust, but today I was just way behind and did not want to do that. Day 3, we kept it really easy. My sister and I met for our weekly play date, and we went to a park, which we learned when we got there that it was actually closed. But before leaving the house, I grabbed a couple of loaves of my einkorn bread and a jar of peanut butter and a jar of jelly. So you can, if you have not made this, you can check out my recipe. I'll leave it down in the description box below. I do have a tutorial here on YouTube and on my blog for how to make einkorn bread. It's a really fast bread, so if you're running behind, you can get it on the table in an hour. It's not a sourdough, it's just quick. And that was what happened that day because we needed to get going. Day 4, we did Cumin kohlrabi burritos. We had a whole bunch of kohlrabi in the refrigerator because I grabbed a bunch at the farmer's market just last weekend. I should have taken a photo, but I did a really big farmer's market haul. I grabbed 15 heads of cabbage to make tons of sauerkraut just to last us for a really long time. I figure even if you aren't growing a huge garden, you can still take advantage of buying locally and fresh and preserving from somebody else's harvest. And that is what I'm gonna be doing this year because we have a good sized garden, but we still don't have everything. And I want to be able to eat as much as possible locally grown, and so this is a great way to do it. So I bought 15 heads of cabbage. I bought tons of kohlrabi and eggs because even though we have 11 laying hens, we still don't get enough. So I stocked up at the farmer's market and I decided to cut up the kohlrabi and I sauteed it in some butter with some onions that I also got from the farmer's market, added cumin, salt, pepper, and made some of my sourdough einkorn tortillas. And we had burritos. They were really good. The kohlrabi has a nice texture to it, so it feels like you're eating a substantial burrito and not just like all veggies. And the kids actually really loved them, so that was good. Day 5, we did a deer roast. Now, normally I just put the roast straight in the Instant Pot and I don't marinate it, but that's when we have beef. We have deer and I still have quite a bit of venison left and I want to get that all out of our freezer because I ordered a half of a cow from my sister, but the processors are backed up, so it'll be later in the summer. But I wanna be sure that whenever we get meat from her, everything else is all cleared out. So I'm going through some of the cuts that I don't particularly enjoy. And it's interesting because I was telling Luke that a deer roast just makes me turn my nose up a little bit, and it's so weird and wrong because back in the day, that would have been such a treat to have meat like that and to have a deer roast. And so we cooked it and we really enjoyed it. What I did was I got a bunch of rosemary and thyme from the garden. I covered it with onion powder and salt and pepper and onions and fresh garlic and put it into a Ziploc bag and just stashed it in the fridge for a few hours. I did that in the morning. And then I browned it on both sides on the saute function in the Instant Pot. And then I put a little bit of water in, put it on high pressure and allowed it to cook for an hour. It was nice and tender. Everyone could eat it. It was actually really delicious. And we ended up using the leftover meat for some tacos, actually, because we didn't eat the whole entire roast. Really good. And I will no longer feel like I don't want to cook my deer roast because it was delicious, and it always is. For some reason, you just have it in your head that beef is better, but venison is so tasty and really healthy because it is local and wild and foraged, so quite good. I served that with some sweet potatoes that I just cooked in the oven, added to a bowl, and mashed with some butter. Day 6, this was actually yesterday. It was actually really cool. The high was 67, which for June is crazy. So we had all the windows open and almost needed a jacket, but it was kind of like, we're not gonna do that because it's been so hot that we're just gonna enjoy this. So I made a soup. I put a chicken in the Instant Pot. I simmered some bones and some celery on the stove, and then I made a chicken and vegetable soup. I added tons of parsley from the garden, and it was really delicious. Day 7, we did my Southwest chicken salad. Chicken salad becomes a staple for us in the summer because we're outside a lot. I don't love to use the oven a ton. Because we're outside a lot, we're super busy. Sandwiches are great. So I did my sourdough bread and I put my Southwest chicken salad on it. And I do have a recipe for that exact chicken salad over on my blog. If you go to farmhouseonboone.com and search Southwest chicken salad, you'll see it there. Really good, perfect staple for the summer. All right, well that covers it. That is what we ate this week. Thank you so much again for joining along. Make sure to grab your Farmhouse favorite sourdough recipe ebook. This is the closest thing I currently have to a book. I have a book, but a cookbook I don't yet have. You can get that at bit.ly/farmhouse sourdough and I will send it straight over to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are brand new to my channel, please hit that subscribe. I make 2 videos every week on food from scratch, natural living, and a handmade home. Thank you so much for stopping by the Farmhouse.